Welcome to this painting tutorial. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to show you how I painted this Blue Horror of Tzeentch for either Warhammer 40k or Age of Sigmar. These are very fun creatures to paint, they have very vibrant colors, and I'm having a lot of fun painting mine. You don't really need to go into all of the detail that I do in this video if you want to paint your Blue Horrors a little quicker. They take me about an hour each because I go into all of these different colors to give them this very detailed look. But you can drop some of the highlights or drop some of the steps as you see fit. I'm going to start by priming the model in gray. For that I use Surface Primer Gray from Vallejo through an airbrush. I would suggest using any light primer, but black can work well if you really want to. I'm going to start by giving the model a coat of Caledor Sky, and this is going to go over all of the skin of the model. Caledor Sky covers very well, so you can use it over black and it's no problem. But I prefer using a light base coat just for painting the fire, and because bright colors look better over white or gray. And as always, don't forget to thin down your colors with a little bit of water. Next I'm using Drakenhoff nightshade, and with this color I'm going to shade the entire skin of the model. Just try to pick a brush that is a little fat and that can hold a lot of shade and start shading all over the model. Don't miss any parts and let it settle on the recesses. You don't really need to thin down this color, you just need to use it straight as it comes from the pot and let it sit on the recesses to give you very dark shadows. Once that's done, I'm going to use Caledor Sky again. This step is optional, you can jump straight to the other highlight that I'm going to do after, but this is just the cleanup. And I'm going to start picking up all of the muscles and all of the parts that are protruding from the model, just leaving the deepest recesses on the shaded color. This step is going to make it easier for the next color to cover over this, and it's going to make the transition a little bit cleaner. But you can jump straight to the other color that I'm going to use, which is Teclis Blue. And with this color, again, I'm going to do almost the same thing, just leaving a little bit more of the other colors behind. I'm going to try to pick up most of the area, leaving a little bit of the Caledor Sky showing, and places that are facing down that are not touched by light, you can leave them as they are. But it's important to try to hit most of the most prominent features on the model and start bringing up this very bright blue color for the Blue Horror. Once that's done, I'm going to further highlight it with Temple Guard Blue. You can leave it as it is, it looks pretty good, but I'm going to use Temple Guard Blue to give an extreme highlight on the very hardest edges and the most prominent features where most light hits, just to give it a little extra highlight. You don't need to do this, of course, and you don't need to use this color also. I used Temple Guard Blue because it's a little bit green and it looks a little bit more vibrant and more lively. I like it a lot. But you can use Lothern Blue if you're going for a more muted blue color. Next I'm going to use Screamer Pink, and with this color I'm just going to pick up the tongue, and that's pretty much it. Next I'm using Sandri Dust, and with this color I'm going to pick up all of the nails and teeth around the model. They're not too many, and once that we finish the skin, all of these steps go by very fast. The details are small and they're pretty easy to pick up, so it won't take a lot of time after you finish the skin to finish Blue Horror. Once that's done, I'm going to use Leadbelcher because this model has this little bracelet on his left hand. So I'm going to pick that up and try to paint all of it, trying not to get into the blue. Remember to thin down your metallics especially because they can become very tacky, and try to give them a good coat. Next, with Retributor armor, I'm going to pick up all of the gold details around the model, and this is all the ornaments and bracelets around the arms and tentacles. These are very easy to pick up, just be a little bit careful and use a fine detail brush or a small layer brush to pick them carefully. Once that's done, I'm going to use Ceramite White, and because this is a base paint that has very heavy pigment, it's very easy to cover over the fire, and it's very easy to cover the gray with the white. So I'm going to pick that up and start preparing it for the fire effect. Once that's done, I'm going to use Flash Gits Yellow, and with this color I'm going to pick up the eye of the model, or eyes depending on how many the Blue Horror that you're painting has. This is a very simple step. You just a fine detail brush and just touch the eye with a little bit of this paint. Next, agrax eartshade. I'm going to start shading all of these new colors that I applied to the model. You can leave the model looking like this if you want, but I'm going to go into detail and start highlighting and giving a little bit more shadow to these areas to make them stand out a little bit more. Druchii Violet, I'm going to use it to shade all of the metals, including the silver and also the gold. I'm going to let this shade sit on the recesses of those areas. Once that's done, I'm going to use Casandora Yellow, and with this color I'm going to wash completely all of the flames around the Blue Horror. This is going to give them a yellow appearance very quickly. This is a very quick way to paint the fire. I'm just going to give them a shade of this and just let them dry. Once that's done, I'm going to start highlighting. I'm going to start highlighting the tongue with pink horror. And this is just picking up the highest places of the tongue and bringing up a little bit more pinkiness of the tongue. And I'm going to finish it up with a little Cadian flesh tone. You don't really need to go into detail of highlighting a tongue or anything like this if you want to paint them quicker. But I'm going to do it just to show you that you can do it. Next, Ushabti bone. I'm going to use this color to pick up all of the teeth and claws again. And just to bring the color back and leaving a little bit of the agrax earthshades on the recesses. Next, I'm going to use Screaming Skull, and this is the finest highlight on the bone and claws. I'm just going to pick up the very points of the teeth and the claws just to make them stand out a lot more. Once that's done, I'm going to use Stormhost Silver, and this color is an edge highlight for all of the silver parts on this model. Just very carefully try to pick up the edges of the bracelets and other places that you might want to paint silver. Once that's done, I'm going to use Polished Gold from Vallejo Game Color. If you don't have it or you don't like it, you can use Liberator Gold. They are not exactly the same thing. The Game Color Polished Gold is a little bit more yellow and very bright. I like it a lot. The other one is a little bit more silver, but here I'm just picking up the most prominent parts of the gold and give them a shiny yellow bright highlight. Next, with Throat Layer Orange, I'm going to thin it down a little bit more than usual, and I'm going to cover from half of the flames to 2/3 parts of the flames. I'm going to try to cover the tips of them and just leaving a little bit of the yellow on the bottom. Once that's done, I'm going to use Mephiston Red, and with this I'm going to paint around half of the top part of the flames and leaving like half of the orange showing below it. And this is the finished model. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I'm very happy with the way my Blue Horrors are turning out. This is not the quickest way to paint Blue Horrors. This is a little bit more time consuming, but they end up looking very good. If you want to drop the quality and drop some highlights or make them a little bit quicker, you can do that, but the quality is gonna drop a little bit. This is how I paint mine, and I'm very happy with them. So that's it. I hope you found this video entertaining and helpful, and if you like it, don't forget to like the video, comment on it, and subscribe to the channel to see more videos. That really helps me out a lot, and if you want, you can click that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my coming videos. I would really appreciate it. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Any comments or questions are welcome. Also, let me know what you would like to see me paint next, and I thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you on the next video. You stayed. Great. Thank you very much for supporting my channel, and if you would like to become a patron, there is a link to my Patreon page in the description below. Your contributions help pay for my work and keeps the channel going. A single $1 a month is more than enough, and you can cancel at any time. If you can't, don't worry, you can support my channel by simply watching my videos and sharing them with your friends. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.